Right, little Linny really needs a lap here, but isn't going to get it. So it was maybe on a lap, invalidated. Yep, 4.5 tenths up first sector. Must have invalidated in the middle sector. Little Linny in the McLaren out in Q1. It was Daniel. He's very peculiar. Trying to get out of the way of these cars, but causing yellow flags. His whole lap. As Lass still finding green sectors, but don't know if it's going to be enough. Now then, up to the line. Can't find the time. Destro doesn't improve. We got Vols to keep invalidated. TTV. Wuvumux. Up to the line, 9th place. We got Sunshine not able to get an improvement with an invalid lap. And we see the Mercedes drivers getting towards the line. Harley currently down. Daniel Lorente won't be improving from here. Can the light find anything? A second up in the first two sectors. This is looking good. Is this going to be Penguin Alex saying goodbye? He's also on a lap. The light into 10th place. As now Piggy now. Last corner. Marginal improvement to the first two sectors. Safe. Penguin Alex, can he knock Voz to keep out? Yes, he can. By only 36 thousandths of a second. Penguin Alex into Q2. So that is it for the first part of qualifying. Here we have an Aston Martin, a V-Carb, a Sauber, a McLaren, and an Alpine drop. But good first two sectors from Riley. As he's now going to spot the final braking point. Get the car in and pin it for the line. And what's it going to be? Up one position to 6th. As behind there we have Dropbook starting a lap. We have Piggy as well starting a lap behind. But further back, I think we've got Williams improving. Aston Martin here. TTV finding time. Finding a decent chunk in the first sector. And keeps that going in the second sector with a big improvement. So Penguin Alex remains in the top 10 for now, but there's got to be drivers queuing up to beat that, surely. TTV crosses the line and Penguin Alex is out of qualifying again. In 11th place. But he's on an outlap, but will not make the line. And we see Dropbox 4 tenths up. Not enough at this point to get into the top 10, but we'll see what the last sector is. Into 8th. Piggy behind. Stays in 15th. As now behind there is improving in the Ferrari is Destro. Destro makes 6th position. Hookid at risk of being eliminated, which has happened as Harv has gone into 4th place and Hookid, the race winner from last week, is out in the second part of qualifying. As drivers improved, the track ramped up and the race winner is out of qualifying in the second part. We've lost another McLaren. Williams, second Sauber, and the 2 Haas drivers in this session. Senior Ghosts once again tops the session. We'll see what happens. Harley certainly will get a nice slipstream. First sector times going to be coming in pretty soon, as I'm now just going to see the times come through. Daniel Lorente, purple in the first sector, and Riley and Harley slightly slower, so Daniel still holding that advantage despite not having a slipstream in this session. And now this is where you didn't want a driver in front of you through that section, but now on this back straight, this is where you do want to slipstream again. But Daniel meeting turn 11. This is now turn 12. Riding the curve beautifully. Turn 13, right out to track limits. This is a great lap so far from Daniel, as he's now going to try and get one final corner perfected. Turn 14, right out to the line again, keeping it within track limits, up to the line, and lap time comes through incredibly late as we wait an age to see a 26.6. What a lap from Daniel. Absolutely clear of the others so far. Halve there, a second off, but in Williams it's a good effort. Now then, Senya Ghosts to start his first Q3 effort. Can he get up to that 26.6? Surely he's capable of it. We've seen it before with already a very good lap in Q1, which is low 1 minute 27.1. A low 1 minute 27, not 27.1. It was in a region of 27.2, 27.3, which is quicker than what Harve's done. Sunshine's left the session, but not in this Q3 session particularly. Senya Ghosts 28.0 in the first sector, running it wide through there, as we're now going to see him make it to turn 11. Slightly down on Daniel in the first sector, but not by much. So now turn 13, and once again lap times are not coming through at the quickest pace, but we'll check with the lap time as he crosses the line. As Senya Ghost sets a... We wait for it, drum roll. Something odd is going on. See the time in the top right? It'll, like, when it gets to about 1:26, then we'll see what the lap time was. Strange. Senya Ghosts, second place. Not that far off Daniel, but 2/10 is a decent margin for Daniel to have, as the Ferrari drivers have made it. Well, one of them has made it. 5th place for Pastry. Destro into 6th as the lap times come through, once again delayed. We'll see what the lap time is. Up to the line and into 4th place. Certainly a decent effort, as now Senya Ghost is going to be on the lap. What can Senya Ghosts do? Senya Ghosts looking to find some lap time, and again the towing strategy being employed from the Red Bull family as R-Web gives it back. Says thank you to Senya for the slipstream. As we wait for the first sector time from Senya Ghosts, marginally down on Daniel Lorente, but just needs to get to provisional pole, and then anything can happen. As the timing board still says outlap, but it doesn't look like he's on an outlap to me, as the middle sector will be ticked off soon. Turn 11 to the top of 12. Braking for turn 13 just after that advertising board on the right, and he's 2.5 tenths or almost 3 tenths up on Daniel Lorente in the first 2 sectors. This is certainly a lot more like the Senior Ghosts we expected to see in this Q3 session, as runs it as wide as possible through the last corner and charges for the line and sets the fastest lap with a 1:26.495 as Harley behind on now starting a lap. There's all sorts of slipstreaming going on. Destro 2.5 tenths up first sector, also saying on an outlap. This is absolute chaos, as it seems like Daniel Rente is actually on a lap because his timing page is just broken, and now he's actually a few tenths up through the first 2 sectors. This is going to be tight for pole position. Daniel Rente to the line. What's it going to be? It's pole position for Daniel Rente by a 1/10 of a second. He's done it in Bahrain for the second time this season after pre-season as well. And now we just see Riley's not on a lap. What are the Ferraris doing as Destro is going around the last corner now? This is absolutely broken, this timing screen. Destro's going for the line. Destro, what position are we looking at for Destro? Destro goes from 7th and doesn't seem to be moving in position, but was certainly up. Destro improves time but not position. Harley now, as we see lap times from Dropbox come through, I believe. Harley was not improving. Pastry on a lap. Looks like Pastry was up as a few drivers crossed the line, and we'll wait to see what the final pecking order was. But we know Daniel Lorente was on pole. There we go, Daniel Lorente taking pole position by a 1/10 of a second and taking it over Senior Ghosts and beating his qualifying lap by about 6/10 from pre-season. But obviously pre-season was a short qualifying. This was a full qualifying.